just want
We're
to say,
back.
all right. I just want to say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry. I,
It's okay, Matt. It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
So we haven't recorded since late September, and it is now early November.
Yes,
Very,
sir.
very sorry. So, and we were busy. Uh, Alex got sick, and I'm a stupid moron.
So there we
Oh,
go.
you're fine.
Okay, so here are the reasons. So Alex got noticeably sick after we watched One Battle After Another, which is a great movie.
Yes,
But
it
not
was.
because of the movie.
Not because
No.
of the movie. He just wasn't feeling well. And what did it turn out to be, Alex?
Pneumonia. And
Oh boy!
I was sick for
Which is
2 weeks.
yeah, which is no joke. Well, we're glad you're all right, buddy.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie, and then I just started to not feel well. It was not a fun day.
Yeah, we should have brought you home as soon as we could.
Well, we kind of did.
Oh.
I mean, when he started off feeling great, we took the train back, and you know,
And then I went to the doctor's the next day. Oh, I talked to Zack about this when I saw him for the Patriots game. I was telling him I didn't actually see a doctor. I saw a nurse practitioner. And then he told me that they don't know what they're doing.
a lot of them don't. Some do, but a lot of them don't.
And
Just from my own experience and people in my family's experience.
and I should have realized that because the person was like, she looked like younger than I was, for one.
But it's okay because, well, not okay, but you had to get something. You had to get somebody on short notice, correct?
Yeah, and she put me
Oh,
on pills that didn't work, so that was also fun.
man, that stinks.
So so this explains our absence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and then we had to change days because somebody was seeing
Yes.
Twilight. What is it? 2008?
No, we had to change
Hey
Twin
Zack,
Peaks
are you
days.
are you are you on Team Edward or Team Jacob?
No, we had to switch
Not,
Twin Peaks days
Oh,
for
we
him to
switched
do
Twin
that.
Peaks
yeah, not
Day.
the pod episodes. The Twin Peaks Day.
Damn
But
it! I'm still roasting you though. No, just kidding.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm neither because they're both kind of pieces of shit. So, I just really saw it because one of my friends really wanted to see it, and it was cool seeing my first like movie shown with the live orchestra was cool.
Oh yeah, I mean that's fair enough.
The movie not so much, but the orchestra was good.
It was
There
the
we
first
go.
one, right? I hear the
Yeah,
first one's the
the
better
first
one.
one.
I hear the first one's the best one.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely, it was watchable. So yeah, it probably is the best one. I don't think I've seen the sequels, but if I have, I don't remember them and not being that great.
It just I just remember, like, in middle school people were seeing these movies and I'm like, I just don't give a shit. So I've never seen them.
I've
Mhm.
seen the first Twilight movie in Spanish. Okay, which is a funny
Mm.
story. It was 8th grade, so it was like 2009, right? Which is around the time where Twilight was really big. And
Yep.
my Spanish teacher, um, who I suspect was big into Twilight herself. I'm
She
not
was a
100% sure
she
on
was a
that.
twi she was a twihard.
Yeah, Twihard. Uh, in Spanish class, I guess she wanted to show the movie, right?
Mhm.
But to have it shown in class, we watched it with the Spanish dub with subtitles. So that's the only way I've seen the movie aside from, I don't know, clips online from various videos. Um,
I will say though, if you're
I watched Vampires Suck, the parody movie, which might be worse than any of the Twilight movies.
Oh
Probably.
my god. I remember we were talking about these kinds of movies the last time I talked to you.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying, Alex, those are the type of movies you like will not watch.
No, because they're all the same. They all look like shit.
Hmm.
The parody movies from the late aughts, early teens, not good.
Yeah, it's like they weren't at one point they weren't even trying. I feel like with those movies, like I feel
Yeah.
like okay, scary movie, not bad. Then after that, it just kind of went
But
downhill
like when
from
they
there.
keep doing it over and over and over again, I'm like, okay, like, can we do something else, please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there was that, and then last week we were gonna record, and I completely forgot, like an idiot. I
That's
probably
all
just
right.
saw the text. I probably just saw the text message, and I'm like, "Yeah, those two are talking about something." Okay, and then that day, my phone admittedly was charging, right? It was charging, so I didn't have it like I was next to me, but I was not paying attention because it was charging, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I was watching my horror movie of the day, which I'll get into later. So I was watching my horror movie of the day, and I was like 30 minutes into it. It was the movie Door, the Japanese movie Door. Um, and then I'm like, hey, why don't I just look at my phone for a second, see if I got any notifications.
And
Um,
you got like 3 from Zack.
and I
Huh.
see Discord, Zack, hello, just a gif of Jack Nicholson's knocking on the door. Hello, you there? Uh, a bunch of question marks, and I'm like, oh shit, it was pod night tonight. I'm a fucking idiot. And then I'm like, oh no. And then I hop on, but you guys had left. I'm like, ah. And then Alex is like, yeah, Zach grew impatient. And I'm like, no.
Me?
I was kidding when I said that to him. Don't worry.
I'm like,
That's
no, how
funny.
could I do this?
Zach got
Yeah,
a little
well,
Zach got a little hangry.
Yeah. You're not you when you're hungry.
I'm not. I'm Elton John or Betty White.
so
Those were
anyway,
the two best. Those were the two best ads for the people for that ad.
that's why we're here now.
Yes.
And
Yes.
And then
So,
there's just me not getting sick or forgetting the pod. Just just seeing Twilight.
anyway, so to say sorry, I'll do a brief comedy bit. Like pretend I'm hosting SNL or something like that. So all right, so here's my opening. Uh pretend to clap like I'm on.
oh yeah.
All right.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you. So I come here. Unfortunately, I have to give you all the sad news, but former Vice President Dick Cheney has passed away.
Oh
Yes.
no!
Yeah, it
Yes,
was last night.
yes. So he said he'd rather die than to see a Muslim be elected mayor of New York City. And well,
Wait, did he really say that?
no, that's the joke.
Oh,
No, but it would. I could have believed it. With that thing that happened in 2001.
Oh yeah, so he
um,
probably is upset that people forgot about 9/11 because him and Bush planned it out so well.
Oh God!
well, not only that, it's just he has a biopic about him that like no one remembers.
I actually remembered it when I first heard the news, but that's because that was a pretty memorable movie I saw in theaters because it was so bizarre.
You
Oh,
want to talk if you want to talk about Dick Cheney
bizarre.
and memorable. You want to know what is very funny? Remember that time he just shot a guy in the face
And like
and
no one, and like nobody cared.
nobody cared. what's really odd is he's not the first vice president to shoot someone in the face.
Is the other one JD?
Shout out to Aaron Burr.
Oh, damn it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, speaking of bizarre,
for his funeral, he says he wants to be buried in the ground. No coffin, and then wait a couple of thousand years and then be fracked by Halliburton. In other news, I hear Diddy can possibly get out of jail on parole in 2028, just in time for the U.S. presidential elections.
oh,
I hear he'll be running on a platform of free baby oil for all.
Damn it.
All right.
Oh,
We're going to have a great show for you tonight. Our musical guest is the group Orgy, playing their hit song, the cover of Blue Monday.
Stick around. We'll be right
Stick
back.
around, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
oh,
That was
good. That was good, Matt.
SNL opening monologue? Question mark.
That was good.
That was actually better than half the ones from last season. So you're good.
Oh, but before we get into it, Matt, I was telling Zach about your dream about Will Ferrell being a character in an Ari Aster movie.
Oh yeah, I love a weird dream.
Yeah. It was like he was at a regular job, and it first started off almost like a normal, like he's in like a dramedy or something like that, like a Stranger with Fiction or something like that. But then it turns into like a weird post-apocalyptic. There's like monsters or something.
Oh,
if I remember, I don't know. It's like the world's about to end.
Oh,
I don't know. It was weird. I don't know what I was.
But Zach
I don't know what I
said,
ate before.
yeah. Did you have night cheese, Matt?
I probably had the night cheese.
but Zach did say he wouldn't put it past Will Ferrell because of his producer credits.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And Vice being one of those movies.
It all comes back around, baby.
And it's just I'm interested in people's weird dreams because I can never remember my dreams.
But
it's just a weird thing. I once in a while can remember my dreams, but most of the time I can't.
No, that's fair. I don't either. So, but the one thing I want to start off with is Disney is being greedy again. Who would have thought?
As you guys can probably tell, we don't particularly aren't big fans of the big studios right now.
So this has nothing to do with the Jimmy Kimmel cancellation that we talked about last time. It has nothing to do with the president or anything like that. It has to do with YouTube TV pulling ESPN, ABC, and all other kinds of Disney channels because they're greedy pieces of shit.
So give us the download because I know a little bit about this, but not as much as I should.
So pretty much it's a contract issue. So they couldn't come to an agreement, so they pulled the channels from YouTube TV, and a lot of people are pissed. Including myself, because I have YouTube TV. So I don't get to watch my boy Stephen A. Smith right now.
Oh, the horror!
You can't watch repeats of Wizards of Waverly Place.
I also can't watch Monday Night Football.
That's a bummer.
So until this contract issue is resolved, YouTube TV does not have any Disney channels. And it's all Michael Mouse's fault. We don't like Michael Mouse.
No, Michael Mouse is having a pretty bad year. The Jimmy Kimmel stuff, the president stuff, the lawsuit that was settled with ABC News, this.
And
yeah, not good.
Not only that, they're raising the costs of Hulu and Disney Plus and all this shit.
Oh, another streaming service going up. Surprise, surprise.
So it's just,
Surprise!
and
Mm.
it leads to Mr. Krabs. Hello, I like money. That's literally Disney.
Gee, I never could have saw. I could have never predicted streaming prices going up. I did predict that.
No, because I was saying to Matt, I'm paying more for the cock now. It was like $12. It's now $17.
Yeah, I just do the legacy package of being a member with Xfinity, Comcast in Adelphia. Throwback to Adelphia for 20 years, my household, and we're able to get it for free, but we have commercials.
Well, it's not as bad as Hulu, where they make you sit through like fucking 4 minutes of ads like every 20 minutes if you want to watch a fucking movie.
Part of the reason why I didn't keep Hulu.
And there's like nothing on there. And I heard it's
Mhm.
possibly shutting down next year, so
Oh, and just going absorbed by Disney Plus.
yeah. Another
That's
reason
probably
why
why.
Michael Mouse
That's probably why it's going up in price.
another reason why Michael Mouse is a piece of shit.
Mhm.
And you know, it has nothing to well, their movies are doing okay this year, I guess, other than like Snow White and
And Tron.
like, you know, Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, those did pretty good. Lilo and Stitch did okay.
Yeah, that made $1 billion.
Wait, did you say Tron bombed? Because I
Yeah,
believe that.
it did. Because the budget was too high.
Oh, and Jared Leto's in it. So that's a reason not to watch it.
Yeah, I found out his recent, not to get into that, I found out recent things about him that came to light, but luckily I learned that after I saw the movie.
Because you wouldn't have seen it if you knew about it before.
Probably not, but again,
Yeah, you
like I
probably
told you
were.
guys, I really only saw it because one of my friends was in town that doesn't live near me anymore, and he wanted to see it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything on Indigenous Peoples Day. I might as well see this movie that I don't really have any expectations of. So
Yeah,
let me
and you
take a
probably
look.
weren't. You probably weren't planning on seeing it because Jared Leto is a bad actor.
Yes.
Yeah,
Also,
no,
I'm just not.
exactly.
I'm also just not a big Tron fan. I mean, the first one's okay. The second one's all right. They're just not very memorable to me. They're more like think of it like Avatar, but like worse, like visually stunning, but like nothing other than that.
So, like, what I've been because I haven't seen any of these movies. I've heard they have like almost no
As an
story.
Avatar stan, pause.
No, no, no. I
Well,
meant I
no,
haven't seen.
I meant Avatar in a good way. I was saying it has Avatar's visual flair. I mean, obviously nothing compares to Avatar's visual effects, but it has like no substance. I feel like Avatar has at least some emotion and story. Like these movies don't really have plots.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I haven't seen the Tron movies, but I've heard like they basically have no story.
Yeah, well, which Avatar does. And yes, I wasn't offending Matt, sorry.
But
Apology not accepted. No, just kidding.
but Jeff Bridges is in all three Tron movies, correct?
He is, and he's good in them. If
He
I
might
were you,
be.
I wouldn't be in a rush to see them. I mean, if you're bored one day, but
Yeah, no, I'll probably like watch it when it goes on Michael Mouse's streaming platform. But right now, I am not in a rush.
mhm.
But I am starting to catch up on 2025 movies, and one of them was this very obscure movie with Kevin James and Christina Ricci. It made like almost no sense, but
Was it in theaters at all or select theaters?
it went straight to streaming.
Okay.
But you had to pay to watch it, and it was only a few bucks. So, oh, but speaking of Kevin James, before we get into our next thing, this I'm pretty much done with ranting about Disney.
Well, is there just one thing? Where to talk stand, Alex?
I haven't heard anything in a few days, so it doesn't sound very good.
All right, so they're at an impasse or stalemate.
Well, Adam Schefter tweeted yesterday, "Oh, if you have YouTube TV, you can't watch Monday Night Football." And I'm like, "Shut up."
Huh.
I blame Jerry Jones. It's fine because I didn't have to watch them last night. So you know how I was talking about Kevin James just a second ago and all this
Yes.
shit. Matt, you'll like this. So there's this thing. There's this guy his name is Matt Taylor, but it's really
Okay.
Kevin James.
Matt Taylor.
And he's like, well, it was like a middle school art teacher doing like Bob Ross style videos. But people are like so basically like we're being gaslighted into thinking it's not Kevin James, but it is. And then I looked into it. There's a movie that Kevin James is in that's coming out next year, and his name is Matt Taylor. So it's marketing for the movie, I think.
Huh.
I didn't think being gaslit into thinking someone's not Kevin James would be a marketing strategy, but here we are.
Yeah, that's a little bizarre. Is that what you were going to say earlier? That was bizarre.
Yeah, remember like I sent it to you like a few days ago, and I'm like, this is Kevin James. What are we talking about?
Yeah, so what was it? It was as you're saying, it was marketing for the movie.
All right,
Yeah,
look, the movie's called Solo Mio.
Yes,
it's a romantic comedy. It's from Angel Studios,
and his name's Matt, right?
and his name's Matt.
And his name is Matt.
Matt Taylor.
Yeah, and he does. Yeah, no, and he does have a movie coming out next week on Amazon. So
the film follows Matt, a man who dreams of a picturesque Italian wedding, are shattered when his fiancée leaves him at the altar. Matt embarks on his planned honeymoon across Italy alone, immersing himself in the country's vibrant culture, food, and beauty.
So I don't know where like a school art teacher will tie into this movie, but I'm very intrigued.
Maybe he is the art teacher.
Yeah, that would make sense. But Angel Studios, aren't they like religious? Kind of.
Not. I mean, kinda. They produce and distribute, quote, values-based entertainment using the power of storytelling to amplify light and focusing on what's good, beautiful, and worth sharing. Much of its content carries Christian themes. This is a quote from, I'm reading verbatim from Wikipedia.
Oh yeah,
so
because nothing says a film than a film trying to instill and gouge us with their values.
Okay, so I looked a little. It might be. It might be. It might be some LDS stuff. They might be LDS because the company is based in Utah.
Oh, so Jesus Christ of Latter Saints or Mormons, more commonly known.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind a film being religious. I just don't want it like I don't know. I just don't want to feel like I'm watching like propaganda. I just don't want to feel like I'm watching propaganda.
That's fine, yeah.
But I see value. I see value in religious films. I mean, we've had some good religious films. I mean, the God's Not Dead films maybe aren't for me, but I'm glad that people find them entertaining.
In whatever way they watch them.
Exactly. I'm all for films. Basically, that's my 2 cents on that.
So
just don't be propaganda.
So that's my 2 cents on. Oh wait, no. speaking of Kevin James, we haven't recorded since I saw Adam Sandler.
Oh yes, tell us about that. I mean, we
Oh yeah,
already know
yeah.
about
Oh
it, but
yeah.
tell our listeners about that.
So I wasn't a fan of the opening act.
And why
You
was
guys,
that? I read off my the writing that's on my hand.
because you guys know who it was. It's a guy that's in his movies, and I just don't like him as a person.
Are you telling me that I was right in who was going to be at the frickin' Adam Sandler event?
Correct, you were.
I kind
It
of
was
don't
not.
want to.
It
I
was
don't want to
Rob
rub your.
Schneider.
Yeah, it was Rob Schneider. I don't want to rub my face and your face into it, but because I feel that you got sick from going there, mostly because of how bad Rob Schneider's act was, allegedly, from what I hear.
Exactly,
It probably gave you
an illness.
what was it? Pneumonia? Pneumonia.
Yeah. Well, no. So Rob
I
Schneider
thought it
was.
would. I thought it
I
would.
think
He would have given. I thought he would have given you. If anything, I thought he would give you COVID because he's probably not vaccinated.
Let me go back to our little group text here because I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna say everything
yep.
he talked about,
Okay.
and Matt said this sounds like a fucking boomer ass comedy special. So he started off his act by talking about Mexicans and ice,
Yeah, not a great start.
and it was met with booze, of course. And then he went on about, you know how at, like, some restaurants, like, you pay with your card and it'll ask you if you want to leave a tip.
Yes,
He went on for about like 10 minutes about that, saying it was stupid.
That's the point when you described that. That's when I said, "Oh, this is a boomer ass comedy show."
And then he was talking about plastic straws for like 15 minutes. So, like, and then I said I hate Rob Schneider more than our friend Sean, and I didn't think that would be possible.
More than our friend Sean doesn't like. I need to fix that for you. More than Sean doesn't like Rob Schneider. There you go.
But this is what you said. Boomer ass comedy special. When too busy complaining about black and brown people, he just immediately goes to complaining about food wait staff, which is accurate.
that is true, Matt. Good one.
But like, and then after that, I was saying this. This is the one thing I like about Adam Sandler. He's not political whatsoever. Like, I don't even know if he's Republican or Democrat, you know? Like, good for
Oh,
him. Adam Sandler.
yeah, he does a good job of not choosing a side, which you really shouldn't as a comedian. You should
Yeah.
try to you should try to appeal to all different comedic tastes, right, Matt?
Here's my 2 cents. Sometimes it is good when people, especially celebrities, want to talk about various political issues, so that way
Yeah,
way more people
yeah.
are aware about it because they have a large platform to be able to spread like what they think is important. But sometimes, and this is a lot of cases, a lot of them are really dumb, and it with a lot of them that are really dumb, it is very good when they and for them to shut their mouths before they say something really dumb.
It's like the most Adam Sandler has gotten political is when he was doing Opera Man when he hosted Saturday Night Live, and I think he briefly mentioned something about Trump, but that was it.
And he said something about Biden that was funny.
And it was when he was doing this as the Opera Man.
Yeah, that was funny. That's what a great character.
But before I saw the show, I said if Rob Schneider is in the show, I was going to demand a refund. And well, I didn't, of course, because I had spent $40 on a tour T-shirt. So,
Oh, then they'll be like, "Oh, give us back the merch."
yeah, exactly.
So you didn't go with any merch? Oh no, you got one shirt, I thought, right?
Yeah, no, I wore it to the one battle after another.
That's right. Tell Matt how much. Did you already say how much the sweatshirt was?
Oh yeah, there were sweatshirts that were like $100. I'm like, no thanks. So basically, it was like his comedy specials that are on Netflix right now. So he does like songs. He has a song about Chris Farley and comedians that he thanks throughout his life. But at one point, Kevin James showed up unexpectedly.
There we go.
Yeah,
That wasn't that probably a nice surprise.
it was. And then when I was coming home that night, I texted Zack, "Guess who opened?" And then he sent me a picture of Rob Schneider.
I figured based off of
The
your
way I saw
demeanor.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what's funny? When I was at the Adam Sandler show, I saw a Facebook post that Rob Schneider will be at Rhode Island Comic Con this weekend, and guess who is not going to that? Me.
I wonder why he's even going.
He probably wants to like brag about
Well, so
how
he needs the money that badly.
apparently. I guess when you're MAGA, it fucks with you.
I guess I don't know, but anyway, what was your favorite parts of the Chris Farley song? What else did he sing about?
Well, he had like a thank you song about like the comedians. If you go back to his when you have Netflix again, if you go to his Love You special, there's a
Mm-hmm.
song at the end about all the comedians that influenced him,
Oh,
and he like
nice,
thanks all of them. So that's a good song.
nice.
And
Oh
it
yeah,
was
I'll check
around
it out.
Halloween, so it was a little spooky. He did
I'm
his fucking
disappointed. I'm disappointed he didn't sing the Hanukkah song though.
well, I don't know if he would have. I mean, if I saw him in like November, December, I feel like he would have.
Oh yeah, that is true. And he's probably saying it so many times.
True. Because like he like didn't really like sing stuff like from his SNL days.
Yeah, that's
But and
fair.
then I saw like later in the week like the other shows he was doing. His wife and daughters were there, but they weren't in the show that I went to. So
They were in the show.
no, they weren't. But I
Oh,
saw like other ones like later that week that they were.
what did they do in the show?
I don't know because I didn't see them. I would have preferred to see them over Rob Schneider. I could tell you that.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. You'd rather see them over him. That's sad for Rob Schneider.
But I mean, like, I mean, I don't hate his wife and daughters. I just think it's annoying that they're in all his movies. That's
Yep,
all.
yep, I agree with you on that.
um, but a lot of people there were wearing like Happy Gilmore jerseys because it was around the time Happy Gilmore 2 came out as well. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, it was a fun night.
So awesome.
But then,
I'm glad we saw you saw one of your idols.
yes, me too. Because I remember the last time I tried to go, I was the same time I was going to a Patriots game that they lost, and now that they're better, I want to go
Yep.
again.
Yes. Now you can go again. Now that they're decent again.
Um, Yeah, I won fantasy this week as well, so I'm 8
Yep,
and 1.
I got back in the win column as well. I'm 4-5 now.
Although I saw Kyler Murray's not coming back again, so hopefully you're not too screwed there.
I know I had to go with Aaron Rodgers again, but luckily he didn't do too bad. Well, I'm glad I didn't do Tua because Tua, I don't think he even had a touchdown the last game.
No, he did not.
So I'm either going to drop him or, I mean, there's not really as many quarterbacks even left in my league.
Hold
So
on, what's his name?
Tua Tagovailoa.
And he is.
Yes, he's ass.
He's ass. Okay. So,
But he's always hurt though. So
all right. So
Well,
for the listener, if you're okay, so he did the ass gif of who is
John
that?
Cena.
Oh, I couldn't see him. So one of some of the regular rotations in Alex's GIF library is usually various GIFs from The Office, but recently it has been the ass GIF.
I use it a lot on Twitter now.
It's okay. So usually the GIFs are
Michael Scott
what are the
stare.
the stare.
the Stanley rolling his eyes.
No, isn't it the one that he's leaving?
Yeah, and he goes, "Do you
Oh
not care?"
yeah, he's like, I do not care. I do not.
I used to post that a lot about the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hmm.
I don't really tweet a lot about Donald Trump, but
I mean,
if
yeah,
you were
what hasn't been said that hasn't already been said at this point.
to guess what GIF I would use to describe Donald Trump, it'd probably be
Um,
the Michael Scott blank stare.
Yeah, and that's probably being a little generous.
Uh,
Anyway, so to make up for not having the pod the other night, which is my fault. Sorry.
It's okay.
No, let me flagellate myself a little bit. Just a little bit. Gosh. A guy can't flagellate nowadays without people being like, "What are you doing to your back?"
but
You know?
let's
But
continue.
I'm gonna talk about what we watched in October.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just a little bit.
So
You don't have to do the whole thing.
so I did watch more. I did watch more than I thought I would, even though I missed 5 days. I ended up catching up when I started to feel better. I'm just gonna say some highlights of what I watched.
Mm.
So One Battle After Another was like one of the few horror movies I did not watch. I mean, that I watched last month. That and the documentary about Charlie Sheen.
You sure
So
that
this,
wasn't a horror? You sure that wasn't a horror movie?
all right, fair enough.
I'm kidding.
So I went back. So one of the ones that I went back to that I really liked was The Invisible Man from 2020.
Oh yeah.
You both have seen it, right?
Yep.
All right, so I do want to talk about one scene that really pissed me off. Zach, you saw it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the scene that annoyed me is that scene in the restaurant where her sister like cuts her throat and then the knife just like flies into her hand. And everyone thinks that Elizabeth Moss did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's the problem with that. She was sitting down the whole fucking time. So how could she have done it?
But the knife was in her hand when we turned around to see what had happened. So, guilty, I guess.
I mean, they do arrest her like right there.
Yeah,
So
because she's holding the knife. If you turned around and saw someone holding a knife and
with blood
someone
on it.
bleeding from their artery of the neck, you would say, "Oh, I guess that person just killed that person with a knife."
Yeah, but like, wouldn't like they have cameras that show she didn't do it?
I'm sure they probably had cameras, but as a precaution, you would probably first arrest the person who looks like they did it.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, they probably did do it. In
There
this
you go.
case, that was the one, because this movie exists in the land of someone having the power of invisibility through a suit.
Yes, and it is a great movie. Don't get me wrong, but that one scene just like really made no
Cinema
sense to me at all.
one cinema sin ding.
Ding. Yeah, that
I, I hate
I
cinema sins, dude. I'm sorry.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah, well, the Cinema Sins was fun when it came out, and then it just became like I think we talked about this before, maybe on the old version of this show. But I remember we talked, Matt, about how like he was good when he started off, but then he would like do Cinema Sins for like things that weren't even like sins. It was just more like he would do something like, oh,
Nitpicks.
this person's drinking their glass of milk too loudly. Cinema Sin.
Oh, okay. One thing I will give Cinema Sins though is that's where we get our fucking sigh joke.
That's fair. That's a good joke.
What episode was that from?
They were talking about one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies, and it was Bebop and Rocksteady, and he's like, "Oh, I got a big bag for you," and he just like fucking like rips one, and then and then the cinema thing guy, Sins guy goes, "Fucking sigh." Sean, our friend Sean loves that for some reason.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah, he does.
So okay, so other things that I watched. So I have a gap here. I didn't watch any movies from the 9th to the 13th. For
I'm
reasons
going to assume
Understandably,
that's when you're
question
in the
mark.
hospital with pneumonia.
But we won't get into that.
You're like,
I watched. I started the month off with Beetlejuice and Beetlejuice. Oh shit! I just said it 3 times.
damn it!
He's coming after you.
Because I hadn't watched the sequel since I saw it in theater, so I was like, "Oh, I'll do a double feature," and it was fun.
Nice.
I watch the Zombieland movies every year with Shaun of the Dead.
So Zombieland, 2 movies, and Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I watched the horror version of Freaky Friday with Vince Vaughn. I watch that every year. So basically, Vince Vaughn's like this serial killer, and he switches bodies with Catherine Newton. So basically, Catherine Newton becomes a serial killer, and Vince Vaughn becomes Catherine Newton. It's like if Freaky Friday was a horror movie.
How do you know Freaky Friday isn't a horror movie?
Fair enough.
If I was a teenage girl and I'm stuck in the body of my mom, that would be a horror movie.
But what about if you were stuck in the body of a serial killer?
I meant horror in a different way.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, this is horrible. I'm my mom. Yeah, and then 30 years later, you'll be like, I'm my mom. No.
So with that freaky movie, I watched both the Happy Death Day movies, and then I watched the movie that Matt watched last month, Death Becomes Her, because I saw the Broadway show of that.
Nice. Was it similar to the musical or no?
Oh yeah, no, just this one doesn't have the musical numbers that, the musical has, obviously.
Yeah.
But between the 15th and the 31st, I watched only one movie that was not a horror movie. And that was this movie called The Good Fortune. But like rapid fire for highlights, right? Sleepy Hollow, Tim Burton, Johnny Depp movie. It's a really good one. The Shining and Doctor Sleep. Nosferatu and the Lighthouse, and The Vivitch. Get Out, Hereditary, Poltergeist.
Oh, my favorite horror movie.
Black Phone 1 and 2, those were good. Quiet Place 2, and Quiet Place Day 1. Monster House, Scream 1 through 6, and my personal favorite, I got to watch this with Zack this year, Young Frankenstein.
Yes, sir. That was fun.
So I didn't go through every horror movie I watched last month, but those were the highlights. Oh, and Hubie Halloween I watched the night after I saw Adam Sandler.
Of course.
So those were some highlights.
Nice. I guess I can go since you guys both watch a lot more movies than I do, but I was actually up from the last 2 years. I watched close to 17 movies for Halloween 2025, as opposed to the previous years where I only watched 14. Some highlights for me was I watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show in a theater that there was a lot of audience participation in, so that was really fun to experience that. Lots of toilet paper and lots of people yelling at the screen, and a lot of clapping and flashlights and all that jazz. Another highlight for me was Barbarian. I didn't know a lot about the movie going in, but I enjoyed it. Little
And
odd.
it's from the director of Weapons.
Yes, that was another reason I wanted to watch it, and yeah, I thought it was good. Definitely saw some similarities to Weapons for sure. I watched um A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, 5, and 6, and
You know what's funny? Last year I stopped at 3
3 was
because
enough for you.
not only that, but I heard the other ones were bad. So I'm curious to what you thought.
So fourth one was good. Fifth one's okay. Sixth one is bad. You have Roseanne Barr and Tom Arnold cameo in the movie. Need I say more for Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare? Part 4 and 5 are 4 was definitely better than 5. 5 is like, I would say 5 is neither good nor bad. It's just kind of, I don't know. I do like that 5 continues from 4, but that's all probably give it. But yeah, 4. I would say if I had to rank the series, I mean, I haven't seen New Nightmare yet, but if I had to rank the series, I probably would do 1 through 6. Honestly, from first one is the best, then the second one, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth, then the sixth.
And I have unfortunately seen the remake from 2010. It is ass. Do not watch it.
I probably won't. I heard that's the worst one. That or Part 6. So I
And
watched. Oh yeah,
it's
go
not
ahead.
scary. It's not scary either. So that's
Oh,
your
that's a
other one.
bummer for a Nightmare on Elm Street movie being not scary. I feel like that's kind of a missed opportunity.
Well, what I mean by that is it relies too much on jump scares, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it was also the one where Jackie Earl Haley is Freddy Krueger, and it just looked like shit.
Mm, definitely. And
Go ahead.
I watched to Matt's probably delight, I watched The Exorcist 3.
Hell
So
yeah.
that was I was confused because I said I thought that I heard that was shit, and then Matt's like, "No, that's The Exorcist 2."
Yeah, that one I'll probably never watch, but Exorcist 3 was good.
Hell
I
yeah.
enjoyed it.
Another one in the grips of Exorcist Legion. You are now Legion.
I am now Legion.
You are now Legion.
I hope Mike Flanagan actually makes a good Exorcist movie in a few years.
Yeah, because that one from a few years ago was fucking horrible.
I don't doubt that. I watched The Corpse Bride for first time in a few years. I saw that in
Oh, I
theaters.
also
I got
watched.
that
I al-
back.
I also watched that. Not in
Um,
theaters, but I did watch it.
yeah. Young Frankenstein, of course. Alex mentioned that. Shaun of the Dead, I watched. That I was some movie that a lot of people probably be surprised I haven't seen, but I hadn't seen it and I enjoyed it for what it was.
Hmm.
And I watched Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which I never saw before, in honor of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein movie coming out, and it was all right. A little bit of overacting, but I
Yeah,
think it
no,
was okay.
I said to Zach, I watched that in high school because we read Frankenstein,
Mhm.
and I said to him, all I remember from that movie is Robert De Niro was the monster, and it was directed by Kenneth Branagh, and that's all I remembered.
Yeah,
And I remember Robert De Niro as the monster. He kind of looks like shit.
yeah. That was a miscast. I don't think he was not bad, but I thought he wasn't a good choice to play the monster. And I watched Psycho for the first time in a while. That was fun. And back to back, the next day I watched, because I watched Young Frankenstein with Alex, and I'm glad, Alex, you got to experience watching that with me as Matt did a couple of years ago.
Yes, you
I
watched
watched,
John Carpenter's Halloween.
yes, which I've been watched every year the last couple of years. I might skip next year, but I figured, oh,
I
I'll watch it one more. I'll watch it one more time on Halloween because I've only done that like once before. So, and that was good. And yeah, that's my Spooktober Halloween 2025. I definitely watched more than I usually do, and yeah, it was a good time. I tried to pick a variety of things to watch. So,
before Matt gets into his, it's funny. This is the first year I actually skipped watching that in like a, a few years because I watched Monster House instead
mhm.
because of that picture of Kevin James that I sent in the chat on Halloween.
So it had nothing to do with not wanting to watch Halloween. You just wanted to watch Monster House.
Well, not just that. I just like I've been watching this every year for like the last 5 years, so I'll just take a break this year.
I'm probably gonna do the same next year.
Um, but yeah, no, I'll probably take a break from watching Poltergeist next year for that.
Hmm.
So
That's fair.
there you go.
All right, Matt. Last but not least, how was your Spooktober of 2025?
Actually, not that bad. The lineup was pretty good. There were some movies that are first time watches that didn't care too much for, but those were few and far between. I thought this was a pretty good lineup for me, and you could check out the full list on our favorite website, Letterbox, where I uh, autistically make lists all the time, endless lists all the time, for my need for organized lists that I will reorganize later in the future, sometimes privately and then release publicly. Anyway, I started with Phantom of the Paradise, which I have seen before, which is an adaptation of Phantom of the Opera mixed in with some Faust and all that. Pretty good. It's a different kind of De Palma film. Uh, uh, it's very over the top with very stylistic, and I really like it. It's probably one of my favorites from De Palma, next to Blowout. Um, a lot of people like to compare it with Rocky Horror, which it's also like very based. It's very campy. They came out at around the same time. They both have a cult following. Narratively, I would say Phantom's probably a better movie, but musically, Rocky's got it beat personally because it's got like a lot of quotable songs. So there you go with the people who are Phantom versus Rocky. There you go. You want to know my take?
There we go.
Some notable things. I watched both. On one day, I watched Universal horror films from their Universal horror cycle, usually like 30s, 40s, 50s movies. So this year, I watched some of the sequels, Ghost of Frankenstein and Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, the originator of the crossover movie cinematic universe, so to
Have you
say.
seen those movies before?
I have, yes. I've seen all of them. So you want to ask me like what my special interest is? It's Universal monster movies. Um,
I
I,
know.
I
I
I'm
unfortunately the only one I watched this year, which I didn't talk about, was the. It wasn't really a monster movie, but it was a Universal horror movie, The Raven.
Oh,
oh
okay.
I remember seeing that. It's not my favorite of their Poe movies. Um,
Yeah, but I didn't watch any Universal monster movies this year. I just ran out of time. But how was Ghost of Frankenstein and Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman?
Ghost of Frankenstein is not really good. Um, Especially in comparison to the movie that came before, Son of Frankenstein. It's basically almost a carbon copy of that, while also retconning some things that happened at the end, uh, like the monster surviving, which is going to happen every single movie. The monster dies at the end of the movie, and the monster somehow comes back to life. Even though the monster died in a pit of sulfur in the last movie, he's still alive somehow, usually in a dormant state and only to be revived at the end of the movie. Sometimes in between the movie to spook the townspeople, so that way they're mad and up in arms and wants to kill the Frankenstein scientist placeholder, which in this movie was Cedric Hardwick. Um, Yeah. The standout is from Son of Frankenstein was still Bela Lugosi as Igor. Um,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but he was much better in Son of Frankenstein. So he's
And who
so
was
good Son of
Frankenstein's monster?
Uh the person who played the monster was Lon Chaney Jr.
Interesting.
So Lon
I'm
Chaney
sorry.
Jr. is actually the only actor to have played both the Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, and he also played Dracula in one movie. I also watched Son of Dracula uh, as well this month or
Yeah,
last month.
I heard like none of the Dracula sequels are really that good.
They're hit or miss. Like Son of Frankenstein's fine. So is but it's like it's not as good as the first one. And
Yeah.
even I'm a little nitpicky on the first one, but even though that one, Bela Lugosi's also really good in that one too, obviously. But
Yeah.
Ghost of Frankenstein, woo not great. Like I said, a lesser carbon copy of Son of Frankenstein, but Son of Frankenstein really works, and which is why Gene Wilder is like, let me copy this for Young Frankenstein.
Oh yes, Alex. Yeah, Young Frankenstein took a lot from Son of Frankenstein.
I did not know that.
Yeah, the son taking over the estates, continuing with the monster creation. Even the police officer whose arm was torn from his body and is now has a wooden replacement is from Son of Frankenstein. And Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. Lon Chaney is really good in that. So he is cursed with surviving through his lycanthropy, and is now like cursed to live with the curse of being a werewolf the whole time. But because Lon Chaney couldn't come back as the monster, the person who fills in for the monster is Bela Lugosi, who at the end of the last movie had his brain put had Igor's brain put into the brain of the monster, with the only side effect being that now the monster is blind, which is the reason why Frankenstein's monster is usually has his arms outstretched in the movie and kind of like walks around like that, how a stereotypical Frankenstein monster is. It's because in this movie he's blind, but it's not really said in the movie because people didn't care too much for continuity. And it was also deleted because they thought Bela Lugosi's talking coming out of the monster was too funny in test screenings, so they had it deleted. So now he doesn't speak at all, which is a shame. But he doesn't speak at all, and basically the movie is uh, the Wolfman's trying to figure out how he can die before he kills again as the Wolfman, and goes to the remaining Frankenstein for help to try to figure out how to die. And also, he finds Frankenstein's monster from the last movie.
All right.
Interesting.
It's interesting. It's definitely better than Ghost of Frankenstein. I'll tell you that.
Mhm.
God, I got a speed run because I talked too much.
You're fine.
It Came from Outer Space. That was a good sci-fi movie. I wanted a nice 50s movie, and that was pretty good. Karineko, a Japanese horror movie. Stylistically, really good. Nice black and white horror film. Altered States. I gotta watch more Ken Russell films. His films are a little over the top sometimes, but I really liked it. It was a little like very kind of. If I got high and tripped and shit like that, I'd imagine it's kind of like some scenes in Altered States. Oh, I watched Cannibal Holocaust for the first time. That movie was
I heard it's really fucked.
Yeah, there's scenes where like animals are killed, and I'm like, no, I
don't know
am
about
not a fan of this. So then it's like, man, I want these people to die. And that's not even like the worst things that happen in the movie, but it's the worst things that they did in the production of the movie.
Oh man.
I watched Scanners because I watch a Cronenberg movie every year. That's the movie where you remember the gif of the guy whose head explodes.
Oh
That
yeah.
happens real early on into the movie. I'm really surprised about that. It's way more like a science fiction kind of versus movie where there are these people with extraordinary telepathic powers known as scanners, and then there's this evil scanner that's trying to recruit a bunch of other scanners to do nefarious things, and there's a rogue corporation that's kind of in charge of it, and there's this one good one who's trying to battle against it, and there's this like telepathic battle at the end of the movie. So I wasn't surprised. I was thinking it was going to be a horror movie about a person who like explodes people's heads using telepathy, but that's not really the case. It's just the one standout special effects scene that's really cool. Not that the Scanners is bad. It's actually very interesting.
So you must have watched a lot of Cronenberg films now at this point in his filmography, right?
Yeah, there's still a bunch more that I need to see though. So, I had to watch a remaining 30s film. So I watched Carl Freund's Mad Love, which is a remake or reinterpretation of The Hands of Orlak, which is about a pianist whose hands are destroyed in an accident and has his hands replaced with those of a murderer. Um, but Mad Love also has the added benefit of the point of view of the surgeon, who's played by Peter Lorre, um,
Ooh,
who also has an obsession with the pianist's wife. And Carl Freund, he's a fantastic cinematographer, so he has a fantastic directorial eye. He also directed The Mummy and would go on to do the cinematography for I Love Lucy.
that's cool.
Also, the pianist is played by Colin Clive of Frankenstein,
Nice.
noted frequent collaborator of James Whale. I did a triple feature one day of like kind of comedic horror films. I started with Frankenhooker, which was actually much better than I thought it was going to be. It's from Frank. It's from Frank Hellenlotter. He's the guy who did Basket Case, which I thought Basket Case was but Frankenhooker, that was just shit. I recommend Frankenhooker if you want like a really out there kind of movie. It's about a guy whose girlfriend dies in a horrifying lawnmower accident, and he pieces her together to try to bring her back to life with the bodies of a bunch of dead hookers. They exploded his from blow.
Was it funny?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, like she comes back to life, and because she's pieced together with a bunch of prostitutes, she goes around the city half naked. And she's like, asking them if they, if they want to have sex.
Hmm.
Yeah.
As a
So
Frankenhooker does.
the Frankenhooker, the aforementioned Death Becomes Her, um, which was really good, very enjoyable, and
Yeah,
also Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I have.
Also really good. I really liked uh I really liked the characters, and I liked the point of view where it's just like they think they're the evil hillbillies that are going around killing them, but they just accidentally keep dying around them. And they're like, these these college kids are dying around us.
So this next one you watched, it's not the shitty version I'm thinking of.
Oh,
But
I rewatched the Guatemalan La Llorona, which is all about a general who's accused of the genocide of Mayans, is up for trial, and while he is stuck at home, uh, he's being haunted by the ghostly visage of a mother of two children who he may have uh, may be one of the Mayans that he may have that may have died in the genocide. I don't want to do
but
too many spoilers.
so around that time, there was also a La Llorona movie in the Conjuring universe that is ass.
Well, it's a Conjuring movie, so I mean, don't
Yeah,
get me started. There's Ganja and Hess, which is basically like a black vampire movie, um, where where a person is stabbed through a germ-infested knife to then be infected with the virus of desire for blood. It's actually very good, very artsy for the 70s at least. And it's got my boy Dwayne Jones, if you remember him from Night of
I
the
thought you
Living
were
Dead.
about to say Dwayne Johnson.
Not Dwayne Johnson, Dwayne Jones.
Dwayne
Uh,
Jones.
yeah, he plays the lead in Night of the Living Dead, the OG.
Ah, okay.
I continued watching John Carpenter Within the Mouth of Madness, pretty good. Um, there was the OG gore filmmaker Herschel Gordon Lewis. I watched 2000 Maniacs. Uh, Last year I started watching some of his Lewis's films. I watched Blood Feast and I didn't care for it at all. But 2000 Maniacs I actually really liked. It's about a deep southern town who are celebrating 100 years of Southern pride, and you can see like the stars and bars, the old Confederate flag up around them, and they lure a bunch of young men and women to the town where they can kill them in various ways.
Hmm. Oh, but this
Pretty
next
good.
one,
There's even a twist in there. Oh yeah, of course I had to watch a Stephen King movie. I watched
so this
Pet
next one you
Cemetery.
watched, I've only seen the remake, which is ass.
Oh, you
But
should
how
see
is
the
this
original.
one?
This one was pretty good.
I don't know how I came about to see the remake, but yeah, it wasn't good.
I click on the director. It's from the director of Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge.
There we go. Classic.
Yeah, it's all about a family that move into a place, and behind their house is a pet cemetery, but that also leads to a native burial site where anything that's buried there will come back to life with various consequences.
Yep.
Oh, but it looks like this next one is a 1920s movie.
Yeah, it's a Der Golem, which is based on It's from Paul Wegener, who was a very big German actor from the 1910s, 1920s. This is actually his third film as the Golem. The other two are unfortunately mostly lost or extant, but this one actually works because it's a prequel. And it's all about the 16th century rabbi who decides to protect Prague by building the Golem, a monster made out of clay.
I remember The
Huh.
Simpsons spoofed that in a Treehouse of Horror once.
Oh, of course they would.
All right, I
Mm.
watched a 70s film called Witch Hammer, which is basically about a true story about witch hunts in Eastern Europe, made as a sort of way to kind of slyly hint at the censorship and other communist regimes.
Hmm.
Cemetery Man. Um, Rupert Everett plays a man in charge of a cemetery where the dead keep coming back to life after they've been buried there.
Huh.
A lot of things happen. It's a very kind of it's kind of an artsy movie and stuff like that. Very over the top. Um,
Yeah.
Next one. I was gonna watch The Vanishing, but I decided not to because Vanishing is a movie that I'm afraid to go back to. Not because I think it's gonna be good or
Why?
bad, but it's there's something about it, man. There's something about it in what happens in it and the eventual ending that just kind of like fucks with me.
So he watched a Michael Mouse movie
So
instead.
I watched The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad,
Oh, that's
specifically
a
for the
good one.
Ichabod part, specifically for the Ichabod part. But I love the movie as a whole. Um, I really like the Mr. Toad part. It's been a while since I've seen that. Probably since I was a little tiny kid watching it on VHS. I probably immediately dated myself while saying that. But oh, it's just so good. Animation's so good. One scene I really liked is when Ichabod is doing the piano and doing the singing lessons, and he's going boom, 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 and then
I like that one too. Yeah.
and then Brom Bones gets the dog outside to to shout right when he opens his mouth, and the three singing girls are so swooned by it that they fall over, and he just walks on over and just eats his salad. I like that. Next one, Phenomena, because I also watch a Argento movie every year. It was not my favorite from his. It's definitely a movie that's balls to the wall,
Oh,
which
really?
is
You didn't? You
admirable.
didn't? You didn't really like it?
I didn't like it, especially in comparison with other films, but Jennifer Connelly is really good in the movie. I believe it's one of her first lead roles too. But
And you would think it'd be Labyrinth.
no, yeah, it's she's really good in it. I liked what is it? Isn't it Pleasance? Donald Pleasance is also like
Yes,
a
he's in
tiny
it.
role in the movie too.
Yeah, he has a small role in the movie.
Personally, obviously, Suspiria, I really liked that. I also liked the follow up to that, Inferno. Fucking love that one. And his first film, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. But there's some other movies that I kind of think are just all right, just okay.
Hmm.
Like Deep Red. I don't know if I love it as much as everyone else because it's just kind of because after watching Crystal Plumage, it just feels like a carbon copy almost. And was it Tenebre? Was I thought okay. Uh, there's definitely cool moments in all these movies. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
There's just some that I kind of prefer more than others. The Ginger Snaps, very good aughts horror movie. It's basically, um, what if getting your first period was like being a werewolf? Basically. Uh, Old classic, Arsenic and Old Lace.
Oh, so the school I work at, they did that as their play last year in the fall.
Hmm.
So I'm familiar a little bit with the story.
So this next one, is it related to this? Blood and Black Lace?
No, I didn't realize until after that that Lace was in both of their names. But no, I wanted to do a Mario Bava film, and it was up between either Black Sabbath or Blood and Black Lace. But I decided on Blood and Black Lace. It's basically a early proto slasher. A serial killer is killing all the young models. Um, and it's kind of like a mystery. And then we find out that there's like a point there's like point of view switches throughout this. Like you think you're following one and then they die.
Hmm.
And then you're like, oh, who the fuck is it gonna be? Is it gonna be this person? Like who's the murderer? Like I was firm on like who the murderer was until the very end. When the murderer is revealed. And there is like a twist to it.
Gotta
Yeah.
love that twist.
Yeah. I saw The Devil, South Korean film. Uh Basically there's this serial killer who kills someone's girl the guy this guy's girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
But it turns out that the guy is like fucking secret agent, right? he's fucking he's fucking John Wick, and he decides I'm gonna find who killed my girlfriend. I'm going to and then I'm going to basically torment and torture the guy for as long as I can.
Oh man.
Like so he comes across the serial killer as he's like doing this very awful thing, which I won't get into. And he goes up to him and he beats the shit out of him.
Wow.
And he puts like a tracker on him and he's like, I'm going to track all your moves.
Oh my god. I'm gonna track all your moves.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. You think it's going to be like Hunting of the Serial Killer kind of movie, like Memories of Murder or Zodiac kind of thing. He's gonna try to find him or something like that. But
Right,
no,
right, right.
but then it turns into fucking Old Boy,
Oh man.
which is very funny because the guy who plays the serial killer plays the main character in Old Boy.
That is funny.
So this next one, I don't know what it is, but
Giant ants. I thought it was okay.
oh,
I might have not just been focused or into it as I could have been.
I
It's
saw it
probably because I
years
watched.
ago. I saw it years ago and I liked it.
I probably could have focused on it a little more. So basically, giant ants from the nuclear testing. Thanks, Oppenheimer.
It's
so
also
this
funny that it's also funny the original Santa Claus: The Miracle on 34th Street's in the movie.
Oh, yeah,
Edmund
he
Gwynn,
is.
Edmund Gwynn, I think is his
Yeah,
name.
Edmund Gwynn. Edmund Gwynn. He plays one of the scientists who's like warning everyone about the giant ants.
Yeah.
so this next one, I remember you said you were gonna watch all three, but you
I
didn't.
I didn't have time because I didn't have the day off that day. So I
Oh,
didn't have all all the time. So I was able to watch it on Netflix. It's 28 days later, which is my first time watching it,
because it
and
was hard to find for a long time.
it's
But
also then when I realized it's technically not a zombie film. It's a virus film, but everyone likes to relate it to a zombie film.
yeah,
I thought it was very interesting. Um, but really good. I really liked it. There was Cillian Murphy. I think cast is really good.
yes,
I
it
watched
is.
it, I watched it this year. I liked it. I didn't love it. I don't know. Maybe it was again. I just I don't know. I thought it was good, not great, but I probably would need to see it again. Maybe.
I did see 28 Years Later. Not bad. A lot of
Which is also
tele-
on Netflix. But for some reason, 28 weeks later is not.
yeah,
Is it
I don't
just
know.
a rights issue thing that they're all
It
not on
must be.
there?
It must be.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I saw something that like 28 days later wasn't even like on streaming, and then because the new
It
one was coming
wasn't.
out,
No.
because the new one came out, they decided.
Yes, you're right.
all right, quickly. Next one, Door, because I wanted to watch this because I saw a scene on Twitter, and after seeing this scene, which is kind of part of the climax of the film, I saw the scene on Twitter and I was like, I gotta watch this. So it's basically about a Japanese housewife. She lives in an apartment with her and her son and her husband, who's like sometimes away, very busy at work and stuff like that. But she gets a stalker who's one of these spam call door to door salesmen, and
Yeah.
through that he starts tormenting her after an incident where she slams the door on his hand.
Hmm. Eight.
So I recommend it. Door is the name.
Door. Okay,
Door,
Door. All
which is the
right.
movie I was watching when I should have been on the pod. I'm sorry,
That's fine.
but it is a good movie.
So you have two
And
left.
then next one, Under the Shadow, which is on Netflix. Um, it's a horror movie from the perspective of a mother and her daughter who live in uh, Tehran during the Iran-Iraq War. Um, as the whole city's being bombed and they're trying to survive, their apartment complex might be haunted by a jinn, which is basically like the Arabic equivalent of a ghost. Um,
I should know that since I'm part Arabic, or at least my ancestry is. I didn't know that. That's cool.
yeah, you know what's really fun? The Arabic ghost hunting videos. Have you seen some of them?
No, I should
There's
watch those.
there's this one guy that goes around into like abandoned haunted places. It's probably like in Saudi Arabia or something like that. It's I think it's in Saudi Arabia, but he
That's
goes
cool.
around and he's just like doors like close and shut quickly, like boom 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 boom, loud noises and shit, and he's like Bismillah Rahim, and he kicks in doors, and it's so fun.
Sounds fun to me. I'll have to check them out. Thank you.
But last but not least, this movie is not good, but I'll let
All right,
you introduce it.
so every year I watch Halloween, and
On
and I've been
Halloween.
on Halloween, not just the original, which is a masterpiece, classic, one of Carpenter's best, but every year I've decided to watch the whole franchise, having only been familiar with the original and the David Gordon Green sequel series,
Yep, the trilogy. Yep.
the trilogy. I wanted to watch 2, 3, 4, 5, yada yada yada. So I'm on this one, Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah,
It's considered one of the worst ones, and I think Alex would say it's the worst one.
I think so personally.
I think it's so goddamn funny. I think it's so bad. It was fun to watch.
Mm.
And it has Paul Rudd in his screen debut.
I
Yep,
mean,
it does.
in terms of narrative and how convoluted it is and how it retcons a lot of things from the series, or just wildly expands it in a way that I'm not expecting.
Oh,
You would think
like how Michael Myers possibly will have a baby with his niece.
oh
What?
yeah, that part, question mark.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't think that it being that very messed up, it wouldn't get gotten
It's
through unless I said it like
it's
that.
it's hinted at. They don't just say Michael Myers as an incest baby. It's kind of hinted at.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I know what you mean.
Hmm.
Um,
Um, it's just so wild in a way that's so different from the other ones, which 4 and 5 seem like, oh, this seems like a movie in a franchise that's kind of on its last leg and is trying to do something, you know?
Yeah,
6 is wild.
it is.
And I only watched the theatrical version. I kind of
Yeah,
want
I
to
heard.
watch. I do want to watch the produced cut, which I hear is marginally better.
Yeah, it's marginally better. It's like almost like I think I've heard comparisons of it being like it's like you tidy up a little bit of the mess.
but I
So I
said
mean,
to my
in terms of like movie wise, it's definitely worse than like 4 and 5. But in terms of my overall enjoyment, I like it more than 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Look,
I said to Matt, we'll talk in 2 years after he watches Resurrection.
For
and
me
that'll be
that's the
fair.
worst. For me that's the worst one.
But
Resurrection
Uh,
is just
yeah,
shit.
but
I at least like Matt said, I enjoyed. I found it funny. Part 6.
okay, Zach, what moment do you think where I've realized this movie is so funny and convoluted as shit? You,
Um,
what moment do you think?
the last scene when with oh no, probably that's too late. Probably one of the scenes in the laboratory maybe, or that scene where like they're in Paul Rudd's house.
Nope.
Hmm.
damn it.
I don't know because I saw it a couple years ago. I'm trying to remember. Um, was it the scene where um oh no, that was just a cringy scene. I would say that scene with the girl, like her like adopted family just being like assholes.
Nope.
I don't know. I
Damn it,
give
I
up.
don't know.
All right. So it's the scene after Barry Sims, the radio host guy, is
Oh yeah,
killed by Michael because
yeah.
I assume he got in the wrong van, and the girl is like under him as his blood is like raining on her. She's like, the rain is red. The rain is red. It's warm. What is it?" And looks up, and his body is splayed on the tree. It falls down, and we get a close up of Barry Sims' body in the shape of the thorn symbol.
Oh my god, that's right. Ew to
It,
that.
and I'm like, oh my god, that's
Oh,
so goddamn funny.
I know the freaking Thorn trilogy, man. The Halloween Thorn, the Thorn trilogy.
And
My
that was
god.
and that was the point where I'm like, okay, this shit's goddamn funny.
Yeah, that's when the series kind of took a
There
little
was
bit
that.
of a turn.
Oh, there was and then there was the overly artsy scene of when they kidnapped
Tommy.
Jamie.
Oh no,
When
Jamie.
they
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole like artsy flashback where it looks like the man in black is like flying down the hallway with his arms outstretched and shit.
Mhm.
It's like knockoff Popol Vuh is playing and shit.
Oh, I also like the one of the best lines of that Dr. Loomis ever says. They're like, "Oh, like what have you been up to?" and stuff like that. And he's like, "Very much retired."
Oh
But yeah,
man.
that movie's a ride. I'm glad you liked it better than. Oh no, you said it's probably worse than part 5,
Okay,
but
in terms of filmmaking and all that, right? It's worse than 4 and 5.
Mhm,
I probably will get much more enjoyment out of 6 than going back and watching 4 and 5.
mhm.
Definitely, without a
That's
doubt.
fair enough. Yeah.
It's like how I think Superman 4, in terms of filmmaking, it's the worst of the original 4 Superman films.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
But I like it so much more than 3.
Yeah, three's just boring.
3 is boring as shit.
Yep.
But 4, oh my god, it's hilarious.
Hey,
Unintentionally.
hell.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, so you're watching
I made
H2?
him
You
sound like
watching?
the guy from Family Guy, Oh no.
Oh, so you're gonna watch H2O next year? Halloween H2O.
Yes. I don't know too much. I know it's just it ignores everything 4, 5,
Pretty
and 6.
much.
And I know that there is a cameo with Janet Leigh referencing Psycho. I know that.
Yeah, it's a sequel to part 1 and 2.
And then Resurrection has fucking Busta Rhymes.
I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, trick or treat, motherfucker.
It sucks
So
though, because you're not gonna watch that for 2 more years.
But does he does he wrap him down, or does he just like roundhouse
I
kick?
wait. Do you want to
Yo,
know?
bust it up before I bust another buster rhythm sing sing killer rhymes
Well,
around
Zach,
time.
it's okay because he won't be watching it for at least 2 years. Maybe he'll
He
forget by then.
Yeah, he does like a roundhouse kick.
I knew that.
It's basically riffing off reality television's popularity in the 2000s.
Oh, of course.
Well,
Do we have anything else to talk about before we wrap up?
Um,
oh, we got 2 hours. Oh shit. Do you think that should be it?
Well,
I think it's a
Actually,
good place to stop.
we could hold on. I do quickly have.
Oh,
You know,
yeah. Didn't you predict the best picture lineup quickly before we head off?
do you want to do that tonight, or do you want to save it for next time? I'm down with
Ooh.
either.
What do you think, Zach? Oh,
I'd
2
probably say
hours?
let's.
How long we've been
I'd
talking?
probably say let's. I think it's almost 2 hours. I don't know. It's
I know we're at like an hour and a half, so I think this
Oh,
is a good
yeah.
place to stop. Yeah.
I think so. So, join us next time where I predict the 10 films in the Best Picture lineup. So I have a wild choice.
All right.
You won't believe. You'll be like, Matt, are you picking that? Really? You better believe it.
We'll just say that I already predict Sinners and One Battle After Another, but we won't know for at least 2 weeks. Toodles, as Sean would say. Wait, oh, Zach's muted. But I'll stop anyway.
Bye.